welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing really well, and this is your Afcon quarterfinals match preview as we had a 2-day break after Morocco lost to South Africa on Tuesday, so that was the last round of 16 game, and now we move into the big quarterfinal stage as we got Nigeria taking on Angola and DR Congo taking on Guinea. That's going to be exciting, so we're going to discuss those two games, preview it, give a prediction, we'll have a short discussion about the other two games that's going to take place on Saturday, and let's get into it. So, Nigeria versus Angola. The Super Eagles have to believe they can win this Afcon now. They have to. Surely, they're not going to get a better chance than this. They're not. Look at the bracket they got. Angola in the quarterfinals. Cape Verde or South Africa in the semi-finals. In the final, they're going to play one of Mali, Ivory Coast, who... yeah, they got fantastic result against Senegal, but still, can you trust them in a big game mentally? DR Congo or Guinea? I mean, if the Super Eagles have to believe they can win this Afcon, they have the quality, but do they have the the luck and the tactics on their sides? Now, I think Super Eagles have been decent. I think if I look at all the big nations, you have to give the Super Eagles a lot of credit. They have adopted really well throughout this tournament. Petero with the back five, brought it in, great tactical organisation. Yeah, in attack, at times they don't have many patterns of play, but I think the main thing about tournament football is defensive. If you've got a good defensive structure, if you've got good defensive players, I think Calvin Bassey's been insane, by the way. Insane. I think you have to give Petero a lot of credit. Now, Angola, though, have been balling. Since the second half against Algeria, they have been absolutely balling in this African Cup of Nations. They play with a swagger, they play with class. Jelson Dala. I butchered this guy's name in the last video and I had some people correcting me. Mababulu. I hope I said it correctly this time. So him a striker, he's been fantastic. And I think this guy plays in Egypt, if I'm not wrong. And you got... this team does not have Mbalo Nzola, who refused to play for the national team. I mean, what a moron. He could have been enjoying all the best time in the world. He could have been leading this line. And now, I don't think he's even going to get called up. Rightly so. You got Gilberto, but the one guy in this team that absolutely stands out to me, I haven't mentioned him much because his role is very underrated. Freddy. Fantastic player. Fantastic team. And Angola, I think Pedro Gonçalves has given this team freedom. He just told them, go for it. And they have gone for it at times. Even against, I think it was Namibia when they went down to 10 men, they still had an attacking threat. And they scored. It was a lovely goal. But the Super Eagles have defended really well at this Afcon. Absolutely. They have defended superbly at this Afcon. But now the one issue with Nigeria is Mbali's going to be fit for this game. Because he went off in a stretcher and they brought on Uzoro, who I don't trust one little bit to not make a mistake. I don't. And I think Angola can defend. If you've seen Angola, kept a clean sheet against Burkina Faso, kept a clean sheet against Namibia. They conceded only one goal against Algeria, and it was a great goal, to be honest, from Bounedjah. And Algeria was rampant in that first half, but Angola defended well. Yeah, they conceded two against Mauritania, but those two are insanely good goals. Insanely good goals. One literally took on like 3 or 4 players, Messi-esque, and the second one was from like 30-40 yards out, I think. It was Croatia. So Angola can defend, Angola can attack. That's for sure. They will give the Super Eagles the toughest time of this Afcon, I feel, personally. If I look at Nigeria, though, the midfield still leaves me a lot to be desired about. That Iwobi, Onyeka, midfield. If Freddie has a good game, I think the Super Eagles might be going home. Because Freddie will eat that midfield up. He's been fantastic. He's in spaces. He's in good pockets. And I think this is going to be a very interesting game. Very interesting game. I think probably it's going to be even in possessions. I think it'll be probably even on chances. And it's just about who takes their chances. Now, personally, Victor Osimhen, now is your time to step up, mate. Now is your time. I thought against Cameroon he was brilliant. He created that first goal. But that finishing touch, the clinicalness has not been there. And I expect a lot more from Victor Osimhen. I know he's done fantastically for this Nigeria team. He's been a great outlet. He scraps for everything. Brilliant striker. But the finishing has to be there. You're a £130 million striker, mate. I expect you to finish some of the chances he's been getting in this Afcon. Sorry. He has to be. Personally, in my opinion. So I expect Arsenal to find this game. But I think Angola can defend. Angola can definitely defend. So I think this could be a similar game to Nigeria's Equatorial Guinea, where Nigeria had a similar amount of possession to the opposition. Nigeria had more chances, but I thought Angola always had. Equatorial Guinea always had their threat on the counter attack with Nuse, El Salvador, and I think this is going to be a similar type of game. I don't think Angola are going to lose that easily. Personally, Angola can defend. Angola can attack. Angola, now the one thing that Angola don't have is their first choice keeper. And he got sent off for an idiotic, handball. So is Dominguez going to be able to replicate the same levels? I think that's the only question. And I think the Super Eagles now will be growing in confidence as well after the things that's been going wrong around in the tournament. All the big boys almost getting knocked out. And them having a clear path to the final. So, interesting times, ladies and gents. But I think personally, I got a feeling Nigeria won't win this Afcon. I don't know why. I just had this gut feeling about Nigeria. They won't win this Afcon. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe come the 11th of February, I might be coming on and saying Nigeria are African champions since 2013. But just don't feel it with this team. I just don't. Yeah, they have been professional. They've done their job. They defended really well. But something's lacking. I don't know. We shall see. I think this one's going to be a tight crunch game. I think it's going to be a proper knockout game. And I think Angola might take them to penalties. I really believe this. I think Angola might take Nigeria to penalties. And I'm going to predict that. I'm going to go with a penalty shootout to decide this tie. And I think probably, based on expectation, I think Nigeria might falter in the penalty shootout. And I think Angola might make the semi-finals. Now, nobody can say this is an insane prediction. I give each team in this competition a chance now of winning against the other team. There's no doubt about it. I think Nigeria will be wasteful again. I think they've been wasteful this tournament so far, to be honest, with their chances in Nigeria. I think the pressure of playing an inferior team might also get to them. And I think Angola will do a number. I think Angola got some good players who can do damage. And I think it's going to be 1-1 personally, going into a shootout where Angola will head into the semi-finals to play one of Cape Verde or South Africa. Anyway, we move to another game. We've got DR Congo versus Guinea. Guinea knocking out Equatorial Guinea in a heartbreaking fashion. DR Congo and Mpassi, the hero for the Congolese, as they knocked out Egypt in the round of 16 stage. Now both of these teams have a golden opportunity. Golden opportunity to make an Afcon semi-final. DRC weren't even at the competition. Now this is one insane thing I saw on Twitter. The 8 teams in this quarterfinals all are new. So from 2021 to 2023, there's not one same team who made the quarterfinals last time around, which has made the quarterfinals this time around. We've got 8 new teams, man. That was insane. Anyway, DRC, I think DRC have played well in this competition, very well. I'm surprised they haven't won a game. I don't think they would give a damn if they do make it through to the next round with a penalty shootout again against Guinea. I think DRC are looking really good. The midfield, the attack they got. Banza came on in the last game. Hopefully, De Cedro might actually start him now. Bakambu, yes, he's the legend of Congolese football, but he's not great anymore. He's not good. And I think, of course, the defense been rock solid. They haven't conceded that many goals. One goal against Zambia, which was a massive mistake from Mpassi. Second goal, corner kick. 0 against Tanzania. Third goal they conceded against Egypt was a penalty. So DR Congo can defend. Oh, you better believe it. DR Congo can defend. And they got some fantastic ballers in attack. And they got options on the bench. And that's the one thing. That's the one thing I think Guinea might not have compared to DRC. So if you got Misha Kalia, Visa, Bakambu on the starting lineup, right? They can bring on Silas. They can bring on Diagana. And they can bring on Banza. Imagine the strength and depth DRC actually have. It's crazy. The defense as well looked rock solid, and Bemba's led this DRC defense fantastically. And I think DRC are cooking something. I think they're finally getting that consistency that I realistically expect of them. And I think the way they played at this Afcon, if they can play like that, I think they can make the World Cup. They genuinely can through the playoffs or whatever. They are a good team. They dominated Zambia. They should have won against Morocco. They missed the penalty against Morocco. And of course, I thought the Tanzania game, yeah, they were a bit lax that day, to be honest. Very lax. That was a poor game. And of course, then beat Egypt. Of course, now DRC, are they going to crumble under the pressure? 100% possible. 100%. They just might not be able to handle it. But I thought if they can beat probably the team who can handle pressure the best in Egypt, surely they can handle Guinea. No offense to Guinea, but Guinea, Egypt, massive difference. Especially in a penalty shootout, where Kabaski is rated really, really highly on penalties, and DR Congo got past him. So I definitely do think they're going to have enough for Guinea. Now, if I talk about Guinea, not the best performance against Equatorial Guinea when it was 11-11. Didn't create much. Didn't even create much when it was 10-11. And Guinea actually gave a penalty to Equatorial Guinea, which could have resulted in a very different lookout if, of course, like I said, USA converted that penalty. And it was literally a last minute thing that they scored that goal as well. So I just don't think Guinea, as the tournament's been going on, have been getting a bit worse. I think that's the same with Senegal. Wasn't the best. I know Senegal, come on, let's be realistic. But that Equatorial Guinea game just did not impress me one bit. I know Guinea made it through, and that's what matters in knockout football. And congratulations to their people and everything. But I don't know why, I did not feel convinced compared to DRC. I just feel a lot more convinced with DRC at the moment. I think DRC are playing better brand of football. I think DRC are getting a better tuning out of the squad than Guinea are. Now, Guinea at times do have a proper suffocating press. So it's going to be interesting to see what DRC do against that. How they're going to use Bakambu as an outlet, because Bakambu, strong, physical striker, could be key in the South game for DR Congo. But I think it will come down to a penalty shootout. I just smell penalties. I do. I think DRC probably won't be good enough to score 2 or 3 past this Guinea team. And I don't think Guinea are going to be good enough to score 2 or 3 past this DRC defense. So I think personally, it's going to penalties, and I think Mpassi will be the hero again for DR Congo. And DR Congo are going to a semi-final without winning a game, according to my prediction. I think Guinea, the 2 midfielders they got though. I think it was Guinea, let me get the Guinea's team up. Moriba, and I think it was, who's the guy? Moriba and Konate, I mean, yuck. So we got here, Diawara, Konate have been fantastic for me. They've been super good. Moriba as well when he's played. I think the defence has looked good. Diakabi, a DM, being converted in centre-back, looks good. The attack though, Bio, Camera, that leaves me a bit to be desired about. That strike force does not convince me a bit, to be honest. And I think that's where Guinea might fall short. Again, I am going with the DRC going through on penalties. Once again, 1-1 on penalties. DRC are going to the Afcon semis after missing out on the last one. How about that for a storyline, people? Missed the last Afcon, did not win a game of football, and DR Congo are going to make the semi-finals. Guinea, though, I think will give them a tough time. I think Guinea are a very, very good team when they press and they suffocate teams well. I think they're a difficult team to play against, but I think DR Congo just match up well. I don't know why. DR Congo just match up well to Guinea. I just think they are. Anyway, we move to tomorrow's ties. So, not tomorrow, Saturday's ties. So, we've got Mali versus Ivory Coast. Probably the standout tie of this round, I think, based on rankings, based on the quality of the two teams. It's going to be an interesting one. And then later on in the day, we've got Cape Verde taking on South Africa. I swear, if any of you guys actually predicted Nigeria versus Angola, DR Congo versus Guinea, Cape Verde versus South Africa, huge props to you guys. Huge props. Even if you predicted one of those ties to happen in the quarterfinals, I'll be impressed. Because that's insane. That is insane. You did not expect Morocco to be heading out. You did not expect Algeria to be heading out so soon. You did not expect Senegal to be heading out so soon. You did not expect Côte d'Ivoire to finish third, so I don't know what to say anymore. But yeah, I think we'll discuss the Mali versus Ivory Coast and of course Cape Verde versus South Africa in tomorrow's video. And anyway, this was your Afcon quarterfinals preview where we discussed Nigeria versus Angola and DR Congo versus Guinea. If you like the video though, please do like and share the video. If you like the video in general, please subscribe. Leave me your opinions about both games in the comments. Leave me your predictions more importantly in the comments as well. I'd love to see your guys' predictions as well. And I see you guys for another video.